Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about who Conor McGregor should possibly face in his comeback fight and who he should fight. He is supposed to be back January 18th, 2020. That's what was being discussed and talked about. So let's go over some possible opponents for his return fight. Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Cowboy is a very winnable fight for Conor. He has a big name. He's a fan favorite. There is no way that this matchup would not be a fight. Cowboy brings it every time, leaves everything out there. With Cowboy being the way he is and his ego, willingness to go toe-to-toe, this would be a stand-up war. Cerrone to me has more well-rounded skill sets than McGregor. He has a fantastic ground game, decent wrestling. When he is on, he has amazing striking. He tends to get hit a lot in his fights, that's his style. Knockdown, drag-out brawls, he does not shy from them. He seems to actually enjoy them. If he has that approach with Conor, it may not be a good night for him. McGregor is very precise, he has great timing and anticipates strikes very well for the counter. Winnable fight for Cerrone, especially if it hits the mat, where he should have the grappling edge, but very winnable fight for Conor as well, especially if it stays standing. It's a good fight for McGregor to ease back into top fights after being out for a bit. Cerrone is ranked number 5 in the UFC lightweight rankings and has 2 back-to-back losses right now against Justin Gaethje and Tony Ferguson. No shame in those losses, but the momentum is not on his side. It's a smart fight for Conor to take. Justin Gaethje. This is the man I feel Conor should fight, truthfully, to prove that he still has what it takes to be an elite top dog and champ again. He would earn the respect of the fans. It would not be expected if he fights Gaethje. General consensus is that Cowboy is the quote easier fight he should take. Gaethje is stylistically a tough matchup for Conor in many ways. He's a longtime wrestler, Division I caliber, big for the division, strong, insane KO power, tough and durable. Gaethje does get tagged and relishes in dogfights. He has changed his style, however, and fights a lot smarter now, which makes him even more dangerous. He can TKO, or dare I say, knock out Conor on the feet, and if wrestling comes into play, use his skill there to control McGregor on the ground and lay some nasty ground and pound. He also has some pretty solid cardio because he puts on a blistering pace from the get-go. Winnable fight for McGregor? Yes. Difficult fight? Yes also. It's tough to say how McGregor's going to deal with Gaethje's wrestling if Justin uses it, because I think Conor's ground game is a bit overly criticized and his wrestling. He isn't that bad. He has a brown belt in BJJ under John Kavanagh, and Eddie Bravo went on record to state McGregor's ground game is legit, and he really does work hard on it. I'd take Eddie Bravo's opinion of Conor's ground game over any fan out there with an opinion. McGregor has great footwork and counters, and all that factors into difficulty of being taken down. It's not all about actual wrestling and grappling. Footwork is a deterrent to being taken down, as well as the ability to catch someone coming in, closing the distance with a strike. I think if Conor and Gaethje fight, it would be a hell of a fight and war. Huge test for Conor to see if he has what it takes to re-challenge Khabib for the belt. Just like Cowboy, I think Gaethje would want to prove a point and beat Conor standing, which actually gives McGregor his best shot of winning this fight. It will be Conor's elusive darting in and out, precise striking, awesome combinations and setups, versus Gaethje's pressure, power, and durability. Gaethje slips punches well when he tries to and lands devastating counters. Justin Gaethje's on a 3-fight win streak, all stoppages, and has 18 KO TKOs on his resume, which is roughly an 86% KO ratio. Insanity. Ironically, McGregor has the same KO ratio, and he has won a lot of his fights in the first round. This would be a crazy fight, a difficult fight for Conor, and the one he should actually take in my opinion. Like I said earlier, it would throw the MMA community for a loop, prove that he wants to face the very best, prove that he is worthy of the Khabib rematch. He would gain the respect of the fans that doubt him big time. Will cage rust be a factor for McGregor? Maybe. It may have been a factor against Khabib, but if you sign the contract, that means you are ready 100%, so no excuses there regardless if you're a little rusty. Gaethje's one of those fights that is so dangerous. Conor probably shouldn't take it on a comeback fight, but at the same time, he should take it. If he wins, huge payoff. It will prove a lot and shoot him right up to face Khabib. Tony Ferguson. Once again, just like Gaethje, a very tough fight for Conor. In my opinion, even more so than Gaethje. Tony has some of the best conditioning and cardio in the game. His striking is creative, diverse, and savage. He has great recovery. His ground game is legit as they come and tricky. He has wrestling. Nightmare matchup for McGregor on paper. The criticism Tony has is that he gets hit a lot, which he does in some fights, and then in others, his head movement and counters are amazing. I guess it depends on the fight with Tony. Ferguson versus McGregor shouldn't even be talked about because I highly doubt that's Conor's comeback fight. Tony deserves a next shot at Khabib, and that is what should be happening. If it doesn't, that's a damn crime. If Conor wants to wait it out till after they fight, maybe he can get the winner. But again, this fight to me is pretty much off the table, so I'm not going to get too into this one. I will say this is another super dangerous opponent for McGregor that can finish him on the ground or TKO him from strikes and pressure. Once again, also a winnable fight for McGregor, if he does the right things. He has a left hand from hell, crazy power that either rocks you or KOs you if it lands. The precision is on point in timing. He lost to Khabib in his last MMA fight. The undefeated king of the division, no shame in that, lost to Nate back in 2016, but he avenged that loss. Antics aside, inactivity aside, people forget how good this guy is at what he does. He embarrassed champ Eddie Alvarez in a super one-sided fight, beat a possible Hall of Famer Nate Diaz in solid fighter, finished pound for pound great in champ Aldo in seconds, beat top 10 Mendez, beat tough champ Brandao, easily beat future interim champ Poirier, beat future champ Max Holloway. The myth that Conor had easy path to titles is just that, a myth. The man is very good at what he does. One major criticism is that he has never defended a title, but he has won multiple titles in different organizations and divisions. So doesn't that prove he is champ material when you become champ multiple times? You have to beat the man to be the man. Even if you have, for argument's sake, an easier path to the title, if you challenge the champion and beat the very best champion, you are the champ. Period. End story. Conor's antics have brought him a lot of hate and criticism, and sometimes the MMA community parrot ideas and criticisms. Echo chambers, if you will. You simply cannot deny McGregor is a very skilled and great fighter, with of course holes and shortcomings to his game, no doubt, as many fighters do have. Anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this video on possible comeback opponents for McGregor. Wanted to offer some insights on the matter, drop my thoughts. I think it should be Gaethje to really earn the respect of the fans back. It would indeed make a big statement and prove a lot if he gets past Justin as opposed to Cerrone, who many think is in the twilight of his career. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, click that subscribe button, like the video, share. Appreciate it guys as always, and until the next one, take care.